welcome back to the Hunt Kick League. This is Johnny Maggot and your Toronto Mounties. Earlier today, I made a trade with Relictron. Of course, I signed and released a bunch of free agents as well, but the Bisons trade me their first round pick, their third round pick, and their fourth round pick for a strong safety, Zachary Lim, that I drafted in the second round. That probably should be a third rounder, maybe a fourth rounder. I got rid of Dale Roberts. He was my number 4 cornerback. He may be a number 3 on the Bison. And I traded Jameis Winston. So I got first, third, and fourth for guys I don't use anymore. Of course, they had to release a few guys, but I signed Perry Nickerson, Tease Tabar, signed Rico Gaffard, so I got 3 corners, so that filled up 53. Then I released a practice squad guy, I believe, then moved Bradley Bigby to my practice squad, put me back at 52, and then I signed Simon Welch off the Aftershocks practice squad to be my number 3 quarterback. I signed Robert Griffin III. Oh no, Relictron released Robert Griffin III. I was going to sign him. He also signed Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I already took a look at the Rams roster. That's more for you, more for me than you. And it's time to play the game. After this game, I will be on a bye week, so I might not be playing until Saturday. Unless the league decides to hurry up. Oh, shit, you know what I forgot to do? My depth chart. Donnell is still my number 1. And that's the way it's gonna stay. Henry Miller, yeah, that's good. Jakeem Grant improved on the training. Shepard and Sharp are my tight ends. I didn't touch any offensive linemen. Didn't touch any defensive linemen, I don't think. Trade shouldn't have made a difference on much. Got Jonathan Allen and Jorian Reed back from injury this week, so that's a huge plus. Sua Cravens, still my number 1 left outside linebacker. Rashad Jones, my number 1 middle. And DJ Reed Jr., right outside linebacker. Nickerson, Sherman, Howard, 1, 2, and 3 corner. Agnew, my number 4 corner now. Tees to bar, number 5. Actually, you know what? He might be a little too slow. I might have to move him back to safety. But I do have plans for him on this team. They just might not be right away. Hmm. Apke is... Yeah, let's see. Just got back to Sear back from injury. That's helpful. Now, do I want Tabor? Apke starting. I mean, Apke covers a lot more ground. But if Tees gets there, it's probably going to be picked. Let's see. DeSer could catch the ball. Not worried about that. Apke could pick it and run it all the length of the field too, so I don't know. Let's start Apke, or let's start Tees to bar. Nickerson, number 2, free safety. Oh, excuse me. Number 2, free strong safety as well. Grant Agnew. My return man. Actually, you know what? Let's add a 4 in there too. Perriman. Gifford. Third down back. Power back. Funches, then Ridley in the slot. It's Nichols is no longer my rushing defensive tackle. So let's see. Kind of like Sue Cravens in that spot though. I want to keep him there. I mean, that's kind of... Yeah. Sub linebacker, Rashad and DJ. There we go. The Rams have a pretty balanced team, so they are not going to be they're not going to excel anywhere, but they're not going to be weak anywhere. They're one of those teams.
Welcome in, everybody.
Let's just play.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Toronto Mounties and the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, battery's low.
Now Jones.
Okay.
And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, this is going to put them back in a not great field position.
So they really got zero.
I'm going to pause the game and switch out my controller real quick so you won't be able to hear me for a second. There we go. Sorry about any noise that may have been made that may be uncomfortable to you or ear shattering or whatever. Alright, it's time to play.
Right. Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So after that cover 3, that's not the play I picked. Yeah, let's just blitz him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive.
Either way, it would take that kind of production.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw his line. And he's got his tight end.
Got him right away,
and he's taken down at the 43. There's the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
shit.
you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how
Okay,
key
I didn't
those
get
are
burnt.
to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10, Luck again. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not
forward
before he
animation.
works it
Kicking
past the
like that.
50. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
No
It's
first
a
down. That's
6-yard
what's
run, leaves him with about a
important.
foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. To the right side and complete to Njoku.
Yeah.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
At least your time gets users.
Down, and that sets up a first and goal. Big completion there on third and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. First and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
They'll try and run forward with Miller.
Damn.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
That's how you beat me.
Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now second and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
There we go. Way to hold him up.
And they'll
shot
bring him down
Jones.
after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Yeah, a little too
They
high.
converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is indeed good. And the
Ben,
Rams
don't
have
break.
the first points here. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're
I
thinking
know.
the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
There we go. Start him off with a run play.
on the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Finds an opening past the 40. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week.
That was the
22
rushes, not the
carries,
yards.
58 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Here we go. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
Let's start gunning it.
defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Everybody should be open. What up, Parker? What's up?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
I am the Toronto Mounties. I'm on offense now.
Back to throw now on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's got this down to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Ball up to the 35.
This is actually my online franchise
first and 10.
game right here.
A first down carry for Henry. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
You know what? I haven't thrown a screen pass in a while.
Lucky 56. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come.
Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Toronto football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Detroit!
Sam Ridley and angle. He'll be open. Oh, he should have caught it.
Contact made the ball roam
He
free
should
and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And his kick here is
all right, all tied up.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image.
All right, we're going to run some 46 here.
I thought that was pretty good stuff.
We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers
are pretty solid. Blitz with Reed Jr. unless they are
I think so,
running
because
them.
when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that
Let's
the
see
head
what Craven's
coach,
come over.
offensive coordinator
Yeah, it
actually
was.
called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Wrong. We're wrong.
I didn't get the play I wanted, so.
They stay on the ground. This time
I'll
it's
go with something I know.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Please be holding. Please be holding.
Illegal block in the back.
Even better.
Offense.
Well, it works. Prefer holding.
So a decent game.
Still second down.
On the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cover the underneath stuff. Finish that line.
They'll fake it. Now Luck.
There we go.
Pressure and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Jonathan Allen.
Welcome back from injury, dude.
He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
They are not running this time.
Now it's Luck. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Just drive a triple option. Probably just going to hand it off to Henry, though. Actually, I don't know.
Now let's go! 3-19!
I don't know. Yeah, it's going to hand it off.
It's Derrick Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on
well, they
first,
gave you a bad spot.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially
he powered ahead. What the hell?
Got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. Some of the shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
That's a little left.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find
there
Miller. That's complete. And he is
I'm trying to truck with the receiving back. That was not strong.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun, gun!
Miller.
Gun, gun!
That helps too with him.
A first down carry now for
Miller.
Miller.
Off, but I didn't get it to the outside, so I didn't know.
A yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Right, we're going to try to hit Shepard on this play just to get the strike goal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Probably shouldn't have tried to spin there.
And the drive will continue.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Yeah, the pocket throw it away.
Right.
Nothing is open.
This one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Yes.
Defense.
They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Automatic first down.
Inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
All right, we're going to try the Packer drive here.
It's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the
Shaquem
personal
Grant
foul yardage.
faster, so he might be open fairly quickly here.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dances by him. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get
And I'm not going to get the play off
there
before the
and it's
2-minute warning.
second
I'm
and
not
goal.
calling a timeout.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Empty stick. My
And we
go-to
remind
move
you,
in
coming
the
up
inside the
at
5.
half, we'll join who, Charles?
Likely hitting
The
Shepard or
coach, Jonathan
punches.
Coachman, standing by in Orlando.
Might
He'll have
hit
stats and
weirdly on
scores
this-
from games in
on this
progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
And no, neither
Showing
open.
his slap happen. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Carl Nassib able to collapse
Strong
the
play.
pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Second goal, last
Normally
thing
I
you need
take
to do is get pushed
weirdly
backwards to take
on
a
this
sack.
play into
But he
the
couldn't find
street,
anywhere to
but
go with the football.
I'm so
Had to
close to
eat
the
it,
end zone
and
that
ended up on
it's
the
not going to
ground.
help.
Back to throw
And that
here.
almost
And it's
got picked.
caught.
If he was paying
Touchdown.
attention.
Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
That's great.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters, and how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored, really making his mark in the red zone. here in the
Tebow
first month
Ono
of the
is
season.
our ball holder.
Point after, right down the middle.
And one of
the
our
lead
backup
is now
quarterbacks.
10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from
They
deep
are
inside
not
their
gonna
own territory,
run the
which
ball on this
means they're
play.
going to lose the field position
If they
battle as
do-
a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
That'd be a little
Move
shocking.
the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got
Way to get
hit.
in there.
Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
There we go.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
We're on the same play. I don't care.
Block on 3rd down.
And
Wide open
Burnt.
receiver complete. A big 3rd down conversion.
All right, no more
with a gain of
yards.
28.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
Single. Check out. Wide 80.
On 1st down, Locke. Going left side here, and it's complete.
Yeah, now they're in field goal
And he
range.
works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. It's my dad, I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun,
Oh,
isn't
something
it?
to hit,
And
man.
what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To the air again, Locke. And that
Oh, good, he
is
didn't turn around.
incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short.
I gotta go
Okay?
with the-
They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
We go with the save man here.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across
All right.
the 30 to the 33-yard line.
quarterback isn't really a
And
deep
now
threat.
back out comes the offense.
I just traded him away.
And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that
We
again.
could
And
still
when you
get it
start
there.
plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go
Every
away
now
from
and
what
then.
you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make
Oh,
some
shit.
adjustments.
Get up there,
He's gonna
Funches.
right, and that's caught inside the 35.
There we go.
And now we
Oof.
won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout
I'm
instead.
glad Funches is good.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
All right, Ridley on that safety.
Let's go. Blue, line it.
That's my matchup right here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught.
And safety made it really easy on me as he
For a
blitzed.
receiving touchdown.
Crash down.
Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with
Might be ready
time
for
quickly fading
play
here in the
action or
2nd
something.
quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Check out. Run.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Are they trying to give me
And
another
before the
possession?
second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Check out. Green 90. Check out.
On 2nd down, here's Love. Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get
Sweet,
it
they
up
call
to
a
the
timeout for me.
33-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check out. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Oh, shit.
There goes Duke Johnson.
Oh, that's a bummer right there.
Duke Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is,
No, I get the ball
if
to
they take
start
the
quarter
ball
number
down to
3. What are you
start the
talking about?
second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Here comes Grant on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Right.
Final play
I'm not
of the
worried about
first
pick
half,
6.
barring a penalty as they come up on 1st and 10.
But
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
maybe I should be.
They'll throw now on the final play. Able to get away. Pass incomplete.
That's
We
interesting.
have hit.
That's
All
an
right,
interesting
folks,
throwaway.
eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man is Grant. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
There we go.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz,
Kept
he's going to win
Donald.
that battle just about
Straight away,
every time.
Winston.
He'll wind up getting 9
Winston maybe
after
gets
tucking it and
2 or
running,
3
so
rush
it'll leave
yards
him
there.
with 2nd and a yard.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down
supposed to be a
this
slide,
time
not a
at the
dive.
5-yard line. The
But got lucky,
improbable,
no
the
injury,
scramble there gets him
no
6,
fumble.
and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now let's go!
They'll look to throw here. And he gets into the end
Touchdown.
zone for the touchdown. Devin Funches, his 4th touchdown on the year.
You just dab.
And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were
send the
going
house
to
for
get
the
that
blitz
done.
here.
This is where scripting comes into play.
5-man rushing and 1 coming late.
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. That's a really alert
blitz
defense
again,
there
too.
because
Oh,
they saw
maybe
the
not,
heavy
anyway.
look come in from the offense.
We'll see the look that they gave
Countered
him
it
on
with
Wednesday.
extra linebackers who brought a little bit of
Yeah,
speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down.
We gotta rip that ball out of there.
Loose. It's incomplete.
Roby Coleman, there you go.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Off of play action, Luck. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25.
Use your 12
He's
washing
able to
beard.
get this way down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that
Yeah.
sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking.
And he'll get
Ah.
it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are
And the guys did their job there, but
and the Rams were able to get
yeah.
back within a touchdown. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it's still
There we go.
Pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to
Big
throw
sack
it in
on the
for
2-point
2 points,
conversion.
but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Solid return, pretty good field position.
Up
They'll
5.
start at the 32-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there.
Gotta
And they're
go
going to
get
redo their
punches
efforts
a
in the last
touchdown.
drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right
Yeah, you let him
side.
too much, but it's
So
probably
they
a good,
took shot
a good
on
overthrow.
first down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
I think I like this for the Ridley.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars
not
the
far
ball
off, though.
free and brings up 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off.
Make sure
as
I
they
get the
look to
first
throw.
down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It goes
Barely.
for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
Barely got the first down, but got it.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to
Really,
make the
just go
short
straight.
catch and flip the
This is
down
all you,
marker
man.
back to 1.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, shit.
And a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Ah, Gilmore made a great play.
Maybe telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked
They
it.
covered Ridley better than I thought they were.
Of preparation, looking
But
forward to
in
this
the end, he's
opportunity.
probably still the better
And the
target.
second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Oh, he's got a man wide
Oh,
open,
shit.
complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup
Yeah,
of
watch that
34
language.
yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
This will be caught at about the 6.
Crud.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will not make it to the goal line.
Oh, they missed
here.
out on
So
4
they'll be
points.
unable to bump
Oh, they missed
this
out
lead up
2
to a
extra
field
points with
goal as it remains a
going for 2
one-point
twice and
game.
failing.
And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2
All right, we're
here
gonna score now.
and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
From the 34 now, here's
They
first
played
and
us
10.
real well last drive. But we're going to get
They
something
begin
going this
with
drive.
Henry. And he'll do a nice
Oh, she
job
just
here
went
to
down
find
and
his
hit
way
hit
back to the
first.
line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, let's see what we got here. Or the
Back to
left
throw
side.
now on 2nd and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle.
There we go.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the
Probably
40
could've gone either
before
guy over
being
there.
taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at
All
something
right.
out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
I mean, size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, the flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And avoids the contact by sliding. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan
Thank you, Mr.
against
Herman.
this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account
here we
for
go.
them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's
God.
going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will
a few
avoid the
yards back.
contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there.
Oh,
After
this
about the
is-
third one, he decided he
maybe
better pull
not.
it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll
All right, I
get
gotta
it
take
down
the
this
lead.
time
I
to
gotta take the field
17.
goal.
They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do something. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Locke.
Almost
Nearly
picked.
picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Patterson needs
Yeah,
to spy
fortunately for
here.
him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ride 60.
Second and 10, Luck again.
There you go. Get that ball out. There we go.
It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one.
You almost let him get back up and go.
They'll mark him down at the 39. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the
Yeah,
years
guys,
in
go
the
one-on-one
NFL?
here.
The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Get there.
And they connected
Oh.
there and picked up the first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Now a play fake and it's locked. Incomplete.
That's a win on that play.
My initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Throwing on third down, Locke.
All right,
That
all
will
right.
be incomplete as well.
Time for them to make a big
Not
decision.
only
They
was the
punted,
call
they go for
spot
it.
on, How about the execution of that defense right there?
I gotta
Zone
play
was
it safe, man. They
absolutely
might go
locked
for
up
it.
tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this offensive
right.
unit ready to see what they can do here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It
What are we
certainly
doing
is.
now?
Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first
Play
downs,
action.
keep possession of the football.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Set. Green 30.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the
There we
corner
go.
route. It's complete. And he'll get this one
Big
way
chunk
out
play right
just
there.
shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you
your
hold
eyes can
between
fool
the
you.
guard and the
That play
tackle.
action there, and it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top
I
to him.
want to see O'Shaughnessy take that in, but it's not going to happen.
Now a handoff to Henry. And
Of course,
he's
I
gonna
want
be
to see that
met
guard
at the
take that
line of
tackle,
scrimmage and
but
taken down.
it didn't happen.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up
I
at the line of
built my own
scrimmage
playbook.
as they try and bleed it out.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
It's under options, customize playbook, create playbook, or edit playbook, whatever you want to do. It's under there.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And now
Oh.
Miller hit, and he fumbles.
I'm so glad you're such an aware player, Ragnow.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
After the 2-minute warning, I'm going to steal the play out of the Eagles guys' playbook. Well,
Time for a break. We're
it
back
wasn't my
to see
playbook
what
before he
happens
started
after
making it
this.
big, but
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And
I
let's
didn't
see
use
what
it
they've
much.
come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go now. 319.
this play seems to kill the computer.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on
That's
to it
bad.
through the
That's
contact.
bad.
Incomplete.
I need to
You hear the calls for a
keep the clock
penalty, but
running.
I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
No, I'm not regretting trading to Jameis.
Andrew Luck and company.
The Rams
heading
are giving
back
a good
onto the
battle.
field. This is something we've seen many
My quarterback's
times
throwing
over
it
the
right
course
where he
of
needs
his
to
career.
throw
Can
it.
he
It's
pull
just
off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of
The
this
Rams
magnitude,
know how
even
to play
though
me.
the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Out of bounds. No catch.
For the grizzled vet.
Ah, crap.
This
Cravens is
defense
it.
has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Back to throw. Dumping it off
Okay.
for Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Rams on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right.
4th down now and
Broken ribs
defensively.
for Steel
Charles, you
Cabins.
know, they're just
That
asking this throw for
stinks
one
a
more
lot.
stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
All right. They're just going to try to get the
Back
first
to
down
throw.
here. And they did.
Finds a man on the crossing route.
Damn.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. And he
There we go.
can't
Big
get a
sack.
throw
Big sack.
away. He's taken down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. A good cover defensively as they get to him just
Force that
beyond the
timeout.
45 after the juke. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Luck now to throw. Throwing for his running
There we
back,
go.
and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down.
Oh, come on.
Moore has it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
False start.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a
Not an easy
timeout
field
on the
goal
field.
by any
So now
means here.
this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This will be from 53 for the win.
Oh, I missed it.
And this is
Damn it.
good. He got
Damn
just
it.
enough
Oh,
to
so
put it
close.
across the bar as he drops it in
That
for
should have been
long
blocked.
distance. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead
Damn
in
it.
the final seconds. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Gun! 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 All right, here we go. 319! 319!
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That's
now
a bit too high.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon
No.
Gilmore.
Don't just tackle him. You try to rip the ball out with it. There's no time left. Come on.
46-yard line.
Oh, well.
Well, we were on
One
hand
regular
for a
season loss
fun and
in 3
entertaining game
seasons.
here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.
I
You're
mean,
never
that's still
sure which
way
one's going
less
to be one
losses
of the
than,
key ones.
you know,
But at the end of the game,
the
when you
Electron
analyze
has.
it, 3, 4, 5
So-
plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Rams, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as
I
the
would say the
Saints will
Bisons
come to
lose way
town.
more games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, they're going to fall to 3-1 as
So
they
I mean,
suffer their...
they're more of a loser than I am. You know. At least that's what the stats say. You know. Let's see. Hey, look, loser. Right there. Bisons 0-3. Not a winner. This user name Relictron, not a winner. Oh no, I'm so butthurt. I mean, yeah, I'm pissed I lost. And if I just angle my field goal blocker just slightly, that's a block kick. Alright, and that'll do it for now. I gotta go into a bye week on a loss, so that's gonna piss me off. And, I'll see you next time. Peace, guys. And, to Relictron, you suck. Bye.